I used to try to change the world when I could not even change myself. So why did I have the illusion that I could change others when I could not even change myself?
It is not only you who is trying to change the world. The whole world is trying to change the world because it is an easy job and it is very fulfilling to the ego. It gives a great nourishment to the ego. When you want to change the world, you don't have to do anything. You will remain what you are. But everyone has this illusion that I am all right. I am perfect. Everything is good within me. Only others are bad. Only others need to be changed. Because you are suffering, you are in pain, you are in suffering, and you think that it is because of the others you are suffering. Others are definitely increasing the suffering of all others because everyone is unconscious. But when you start observing yourself and start observing the world, you will understand that you cannot change even a bit the world. What you can do is that you can change yourself. That is in your hand. But changing yourself is a very, very difficult. It is an arduous thing. It is not an easy thing. Because real change means knowing your unconscious, going deep within your unconscious, because all your sickness, all your diseases are there. Whatever was uncomfortable in the society, whatever is not accepted in the society, and whatever was hurting your ego, you went on pushing it down and down and down. So they have gone very deep inside. And everyone has become a hypocrite. Everyone is wearing a mask. On the surface, everyone is very goody-goody. Everything is all right. Everyone behaves well. And this is what is the whole society, the whole world is only concerned about your behavior. If you are behaving well with others, then you are considered to be a good person. And if you are not behaving well, then you are considered to be a bad person or a criminal. But the thing is that the people who may not be behaving well, they don't know etiquette. They don't know the manners, how to behave. Maybe they are more genuine. They may be more authentic. Because they are not suppressing their unconscious that much. They are allowing it to come out. Those who are trying to be very good, they are behaving well always. They are very cultured, very civilized. They may be people. So those who are behaving very well, they are very mannerly, very cultured, very civilized. These people may be far greater hypocrite. Maybe they are hiding much monsters compared to those who are expressing. They are more authentic, they are more genuine, because whatever is their inner state they are expressing. There is not much division within them. They are not hiding things. But those who behave well all the time, they are politicians. They know what works in the world. If you are behaving in a very good way, if you are considered very mannerly, very polite, you are considered a gentleman, then it works in the world. It is for your advantage. So in this world, We learn slowly, whatever works in the Rome. When you are in Rome, you have to be a Roman. So it is very, it is in every way very conducive, it is good for us economically and in other sense also. It makes things smooth when you behave well with others. But if you want to change yourself, then first thing is that you have to be what you are. Before you can know yourself, who you are, you have to be that which is your inner reality at present. If you are showing some other face and you are somebody else, then you can never transform yourself. So this is the real sadhana, to become authentic. Whatever you are, just show that face to the world. Then the division will start dropping. Then one day your mirror will be cleaned. It will become a tabula rasa. It will become totally clean. And you will become one person. But that is an arduous process. That is a difficult thing. So we have, most of the people, almost everyone, choose an easy way. And the easy way is that you think you are all right. Nothing is wrong with you. Everything is wrong with the world. But the reality is you are the world. If you want to change the world, the first thing you will have to do is to change yourself. Once you have changed yourself, your world is almost changed. Maybe the whole world is sleeping. The whole world is in darkness, but you have your own light, so you can somehow you will be able to manage. You have the torch in the dark night. That torch will guide you. But because changing yourself is a very difficult process, it is a slow thing, it needs a lot of patience. We are very impatient, we are very westernized. We want only instant coffee, and we want instant enlightenment also. There is nothing like instant enlightenment. It is a slow process because you have collected all the garbage. So first thing is that you have to clean it. You have to go down, deep down within your unconscious. Then only you can become a conscious person. And this is what is taught in the world in our schools and colleges by our teachers, our so-called pseudo-religious teacher, that do something for the world, do social service, serve the world, don't become selfish. If you are meditating, if you want to know yourself, this is a selfish thing. You have to work for the world. Why you are closing your eyes? This is being lazy. This is being if you are doing this, then you are a traitor. You have to do something for the society, for the benefit of the society. But a person who has not even served himself, he cannot serve anyone else. If there is inner darkness within you, how can you help others? Physician, heal thyself first. First thing is that you have to serve yourself. Charity begins at home. First make your own house clean. Then only you will be able to love cleanliness, and when people see that your house is clean, then if you tell people that cleanliness is such a virtue, it is next to godliness, then people may listen. Otherwise, if your own house is not clean, then no one will listen to you. But because the whole world is pseudo, the whole world is hypocrite, so everyone is trying to change others. everyone is trying to teach others. They are trying to give moral messages to others. But out of your darkness, only darkness will reach to others. And when you are yourself in a restless state, when you are yourself in a feverish state, when you are yourself sick, the first thing, your first responsibility is to treat yourself, to make yourself healthy. Then only you can teach others to become healthy. If you really want to change the world, you will have to first change yourself. If peace has not happened to you, if silence has not happened to you, if health has not happened to you, if samadhi has not happened to you, samadhi means the real solution, the ultimate solution. If you have not got that equilibrium where everything has become harmonious and balanced, then whatever you will be doing a mischief. You will prove to be a calamity for the world, not a blessing. Only when you have reached to your very center, then whatever comes out of it will be a blessing, will be auspicious. Otherwise, it may look, if you don't have insight, if you are not able to see little further, it may look that this whatever you are doing is proving to be a good thing for the society, for your family, or for your children, or for your parents. But it cannot be good ultimately, because you don't yourself know what is good. You are yourself blind, so how can you lead others? All our disturbance are on the periphery, on the surface. All our turmoil, all our suffering, all our pain, all our misery, it is all on the surface. At the very center, everything is cool and calm. Once you have reached to your very center, that is your natural state. Once you have reached there, whatever will come out of it will be a blessing. Your very existence will be a blessing. At least you won't be doing any nuisance. At least you won't be harming others. Your very energy, your very presence, if people are receptive, if they are open, will be a nourishment for them, will make them calm and quiet and silent and peaceful and ecstatic. So the first thing anyone has to do is to know himself. Know thyself first. Physician, heal thyself first. If you have not known yourself, then you may be thinking that you are doing great things. That is not, it won't just harm you, it will harm others also. And one cannot see too far, one cannot see in his blindness. If you just throw a small pebble in the silent lake, the ripple goes on and on for a very long time. It is not that you have thrown it and it is finished there. Its consequence will be in series. It cannot end then and there. So whatever you do has its consequences. So before you do anything, you should become totally silent. Out of your silence, whatever comes out will be a blessing for you and for others also. So this is the first thing. If our society was sane, first thing they would have taught was to how to enter within you, how to know yourself. Meditation should have been the first thing for everyone. And the greater is your responsibility, more meditative you need to be. Otherwise, you may prove to be a very destructive person. But the most, those people are who have more and more responsibilities. They are the least meditative people. They are the most power hungry people. They are the most blindly ambitious, cruel and cunning and murderous and insensitive kind of people. So if you want freedom, you will have to become responsible. And you can become responsible only by being meditative. So if you even want to change the world, first thing you have to do is to change yourself. There is no other way. You cannot change the world without changing yourself. You are the seed. Seed has to go into the earth and it has to break. That is getting rid of the ego. Only then it can sprout. Only then it can become a small plant and slowly into a tree, then into a big tree. Then fruits and flower will come on it. And then the fragrance will spread. But first thing, the seed has to go down into the earth, into the darkness, into a kind of death. Okay?
If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
And send us one apple a day because we want to eat food from the tree of knowledge.